pumping trucks, Linkara. This comic sucks, Linkara.
Oh, hello people, and welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. Sorry I couldn't be here last week, but after all the stuff we went through a couple of weeks ago, we here at Atop the Fourth Wall decided it was time to take a little break. As such, it gave me some time to work on some new projects.
Hey, Linkara, is it done yet?
No, Poyo! For the 9th time, it is not ready yet! One of those new projects is a new body for Poyo. Poor little guy's been pushing for one for months now, and hey, it looks like we might actually have a chance to make it happen. Oh, but you don't care about that, do you? For you see, it's that time again. Welcome back, my friends, to Secret Origins Month. It is that Captain Trevor who has been giving us so much trouble. It is a good thing that we have one of the American robot planes that we stole. Oh yeah, I forgot about those robot planes we had in the 1940s.
I have decided that I want my new body to be a plane. Please make it happen right away.
I have already built you this body, and you will like it! Alright, that's enough for today. I will install the voice module tomorrow.
I was going to check on my new body when I realized it was gone. I thought you had taken it early to work on, but Nimue told me you hadn't touched it.
And the intruder alarms didn't go off. Well, I'll be damned.
What? What is it?
I'm detecting a residual anti-gravity trace, the same kind of tech we use for your hover skirt. I'd say your new body left on its own.
But how? There was no programming in it yet.
I'm detecting another particle trace. It's funny, it's actually similar to the entities, but the particles aren't decaying as rapidly, and the mass and volume don't shift as much. And the trace is leading back to Mechakara's hand.
Do you think?
Yes, I do.
But how?
Mechakara was using my magic coin when we last fought. Who knows what kind of powers it could have given him, or what he could have transformed into. Just waiting for the right opportunity to strike.
And seeing as he despised the human form, it only makes sense that he'd go for one closer to how he originally looked.
Warn everybody. I'll start looking into new items to add to the Arsenal of Freedom and increasing the power on the stuff we already have. He's alone, and the defensive systems on that body are limited right now. We've defeated him before, and we'll do it again.
Excellent! I have completed work on my prototype Cybermat, and with it, I shall destroy Linkara and seize control of the world!
Oh, hey, good, you're here. I wanted to talk to you.
What? Oh, no you don't! You won't distract me again with another junior chemistry playset! Cybermat! Attack!
Aw, who's a cute little Cybermat? Yes, you are. You're like an adorable little Cybermat, aren't you? Yes, you are. Oh, you are so cute.
No, you stupid worm! You're supposed to electrocute him!
Well, what can I say? Robots love me. Well, most robots anyway. Which is actually what I wanted to talk to you about.
I won't do it! I will destroy you and conquer this puny world by seizing—
I want to hire you.
What?
I want to hire you and make you my official scientific advisor.
Why?
Well, I've been thinking lately, with Mechakara back, I could really use someone on my side to help me out with improving the weapon systems and helping me defend the world.
But I want to conquer the world.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. Why exactly do you want to take over the world?
To rule the world! With it, I can have everything I've ever wanted. Wealth, power, lots of hot babes, and every dark, sadistic thought of revenge could be mine!
So what'll be your economic policy?
Huh?
Your economic policy. I mean, sure, everybody's gonna be your slave and all, but you're still gonna have some form of commerce for people. You'll have to reissue currency across the world to a normal standard. Oh, let's not forget you're also gonna need to work to restore countries and places that are dealing with economic stagnation, facing hunger crises, population issues, religious issues.
Stop! Look, I just figured I could get to that whenever I wanted.
Do you want to, though?
Well, no.
And there are going to be rebellions, you know, resistance fighters who pester you and annoy you and set back your science projects.
I guess so. But I still want the hot babes!
And if you accept my proposal, you can have them.
What are you talking about?
The truth is that you don't want to rule the world. You just want to bum around and have a good time and have people who will obey your every whim and command. I can provide that.
How?
Comicron 1 has a fully programmable holodeck. It's where I got the tech for my mobile emitter. You become my scientific advisor, and the holodeck is yours to play with.
Can I have my own lab? I still want to do science and stuff.
Well, of course. I'll even throw in lots of random science-y doodads and gadgets that spark and glow but have no real purpose.
Excellent! You've got a deal, Linkara!
Great! I'll start making arrangements. Just, one thing though, Linksano.
Yes?
While I know I can placate you, and while I know I can handle anything you try to throw at me, you're not exactly the most trustworthy of individuals. Nimue is going to be watching you very closely. And if she has any suspicions that you are planning on betraying me, she is under orders to immediately teleport you to the same dimension, the same planet we stuck Lord Vice. And I'm sure that you two have so much to talk about. Understood?
Noted.
Awesome! Oh, and we're keeping the cybermat.
Indeed! In fact, I've got a great idea for it already!
Ooh, do tell.
Well, what I was thinking was I could reprogram it as a sentry for Comicron 1. And it just...
You are an intruder. Identify yourself immediately, or I shall be forced to take defensive measures. You are attempting to engage Comicron 1 teleportation system. This cannot be allowed. Warning. Overrides initiated. Intruder teleporting to Comicron 1. Intruder teleporting to Comicron 1.
Hello and welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. It's Christmas time! And because it's Christmas time, you're probably wondering why I'm looking at a Star Trek comic instead of a Christmas comic. So let's dig into Star Trek II, The Wrath of...
Warning. An intruder has infiltrated.
Nimue, not now.
But there is...
No, Nimue, this is the review portion of the episode. If there's anything important, we have to save it until the very end.
But this...
Poyo, tell her.
It's no use when he gets this way. He won't listen. Just do what you can until he's ready.
Confirmed.
Now then, let's dig into Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, and see if they can pull this off. This comic is completely unnecessary. It's a watered-down version of a much superior film, lacking a lot of details that help shape the characters. But hey, we've still got 2 issues to go, so there's still hope. Now then, Nimue, what was it you wanted to tell me?
Intruder alert. Sensors detect a robotic form attempting to gain access to this unit's propulsion systems.
What? Nakakara! He must have gotten aboard Comicron 1!
We must get aboard and stop him.
Lock him out, Nimue!
I was unable to stop Mechakara from gaining control of the propulsion systems. However, I have locked out every other major system and am in the process of locking down less critical systems.
Nimue, teleport us up and contact everyone else!
Already underway. Iron Liz responding. Fine Voice, 90s Kid, Ninja, and Bafo are not responding. Linksano responding, but informs me that he is in the middle of a dangerous experiment and cannot leave. He recommends you deploy Security Sentry.
Do it. Hey, wait. Nimue, why aren't we on the bridge?
Information. Mechakara has gained access to secondary security lockouts. He has sealed the bridge and is currently instigating Emergency Procedure 2.
Procedure 2? He's locking down the ship! Damn it! Have you locked him out of everything else?
Security lockout is engaged. He is attempting to bypass, but he will not be successful.
Liz, what's your status?
Looks like I got dumped on level 7, but I'm in a hallway too.
We'll do what we can from here. We're on level 2, so we'll try to get to the bridge and unlock all the doors. You head down to engineering and try to secure the area. We cannot let him gain control of the ship from there.
And if he gets to engineering?
Comicron 1 has enough destructive capability to level the Earth. Its sensors were designed to track every variety of life forms it could find. If Mechakara gains control of it, he will kill every living thing he can find. I will not allow that to happen. This is my ship, and I will destroy it before I let anything like Mechakara possess it.
Okay, get to engineering or you blow up the ship. I hope you plan to get us off the ship before you do that.
That was always the intention. Linkara out. Poyo, see if you can remotely access the security controls.
I will try.
Poyo?
Yes,
This is probably not the best time, but since we are stuck here and everything, do you ever resent me?
I do not understand the question.
It's just... Do you ever wonder if you'll end up like Mechakara, hating humanity and hating me?
No, I never wonder that. Do you?
Yeah, I do.
I admit that is not the answer I was expecting.
I'm sorry, Poyo. It's just in my nature to worry about these things. Look, if you've ever felt that I've mistreated you or any other machines...
You have not. You have given me incredible freedom. I can come and go as I please, and I am a paid producer for your show. In return, you have repaired me, offered upgrades, and even volunteered to construct for me a new body. I have been, and always shall be, your friend.
Thank you.
This will take some time. I suggest you continue your review while I work.
Is there a camera here?
There are cameras everywhere on this ship.
Huh. So, where did we leave off on Star Trek II: The Wrath of Comic? Oh, and here it is, the moment we've all been waiting for, the Con Scream! I mean, they've got to give it a double-page spread to contain the awesome of the yell, and... wait, what the hell? It's one panel! One tiny little panel in the corner of the page with normal size font for the scream, only one exclamation point, and he's not even holding the word longer. You've gotta be friggin' kidding me! They gave more panel space for Kirk calling Khan a bloodsucker. Is this some kind of joke? The most memorable scene in the movie! The thing that everybody thinks of when it comes to this movie! The epic yell of rage and frustration! So powerful and so forceful and so loud that we see and hear it echo across Regular One! And it's one tiny panel? Fail! You fail! How do you screw this up? This comic sucks. Every change made just makes the story weaker and completely misses the point of it all. Still, we've got one more issue to go and some of the most important parts of the story to come.
It's no use. I cannot get through to the security controls on the door.
Well, I was afraid of that.
Information. The intruder is attempting to make contact with you. It wishes to speak through me.
Convey the message.
And I quote, "Release control of the ship, or I will vent the ship's atmosphere."
Nice try, but I still have teleportation control. We can get off this ship easily.
And that will give me more time to free the controls.
I do not require atmosphere to function. I will deal with you alone if I have to.
And now I present an ultimatum with a little more weight behind it. Either you surrender yourself and this ship, or I will engage the auto-destruct sequence and destroy you along with it. Well?
The intruder appears to be considering its options.
What the hell was that?
Power is fluctuating throughout Comicron 1. Internal sensors, teleportation, and weapons are offline.
Linkara! I don't know what the hell Mechakara is doing, but he's created an imbalance in the engines. Power's out all over the place.
Information. The intruder is attempting to interrupt security lockouts by causing damage to the ship. I am programmed to disregard security protocols when the safety of the ship is in danger.
Shut off that damn noise! Liz, report!
One of the primary power couplings is ruptured. There's a radiation leak in the distribution section.
Nimue, engage auto-destruct sequence!
Unable to comply. With engine imbalance in progress, it is not possible to set off proper mixture for complete destruct.
Ha! Security Sentry has arrived! Poyo, get down to the engine room. Correct that imbalance however way you can. If you don't, the ship will fall into the atmosphere and it will probably kill a lot of people when it crashes.
Understood.
Cybermat, you're with me! Nimue, is Mechakara still on the bridge?
Confirmed.
Okay, Cybermat, I'll give you covering fire and distract him. Then you know what to do, right? After him! Don't let him escape! Engineering, report!
Information. Internal communications are offline due to power fluctuations.
How's our orbit?
Decaying rapidly. We will begin entering the atmosphere in approximately 30 minutes.
How can the imbalance be corrected?
Manual reorganization of power would correct the imbalance.
Except that no one would survive the radiation coming out of it. Are there any other ways of correcting the imbalance?
Yes. All would require more time than we have.
Keep considering possibilities. I'm gonna finish the review.
Why?
Because I don't want to die without letting people know how the comic ends.
Could they not just obtain the movie?
I think if this review has taught us anything, it's that the movie and the comic are not the same thing. Now then, where were we?
Engine imbalance corrected. All systems returning to normal.
They did it! Patch me through to engineering!
Confirmed.
Liz, Poyo, well done, guys. How'd you do it anyway?
Poyo corrected the imbalance. Manually.
But the radiation.
Linkara, you need to get down here. Hurry!
Oh no.
No! No! There's still radiation in there!
But he'll die!
Linkara! Linkara! Lewis! He's dead already.
Poyo!
Repairs complete.
Poyo, did you hear what Liz said?
I knew what I had to do. I stopped the other me.
He's not you.
You said you were afraid that I might become like him. I hope this proves otherwise.
You didn't have to prove anything. You're nothing like him, Poyo. You're my friend. Poyo, I'm so sorry.
Do not apologize. And do not breathe. Cannot continue speaking. Need. Concentrate.
No.
I'm sorry, we haven't been able to find Mechakara.
He'll be back. And he'll pay.
Doesn't Poyo have like a backup system or something?
He was always against the idea. He always refused to back himself up. He said it's like getting a clone. It's not the original, it's a copy. It's a different person, he'd say. His entire circuitry is fried beyond repair. All that's left is a shell.
He contacted me out of the blue. He said I needed to take over for you while you were gone.
You've accomplished a lot more than that. He always spoke highly of you.
We monitored all the transmissions from the ship to find Mechakara's teleportation signal, but I can't make heads or tails of it. Maybe you can take a look at it.
No. No, he couldn't have!
What? What is it?
That blue bastard!
Mechakara?
Poyo! He downloaded his consciousness!
What?
It's all right here! A distinct positronic signal coming from the engine room! He has a wireless antenna with incredible range and power. It's how he hacked into Mechakara when we first fought! He's still alive!
But where is he?
I don't know, he downloaded into whatever storage space could hold him, but the signal trace fades when it gets to Earth. But that doesn't matter! He's alive! Somewhere out there, we'll find him.
We'll find him.
We'll find you, bud. Don't worry. Hello and welcome to Atop the Fourth Wall, where bad comics burn. These last few weeks have been a bit rough, so I think it's time for a little levity.
Information. My sensors have located the intruder who entered this vessel in December of last year.
You found Mechakara!
Confirmed.
Where is he?
Level 6 Science Lab.
He's back on the ship?
Analysis suggests that the intruder never left the ship.
Then why did we never find him?
At the time, internal sensors were damaged by engine imbalance. After they were reset, they defaulted to last use settings for intruder alert status and had to be recalibrated. This was done, but the recalibration did not account for the possibility that the intruder was not still on board.
Still, I would have thought that he would have caused more trouble by now.
Speculation. The intruder was damaged during its encounter with Security Sentry and has only recently become operational again.
What do you mean?
Internal sensors detected an entry into a shade storage chamber on level 5 2 hours ago. The intruder reactivated a single shade and has taken it with him to the science lab.
Kid, we gotta get up there. If the mook's hurt, this may be our only chance to whack him while he's vulnerable.
Agreed! As soon as he's repaired, he'll try to take control of the ship again.
Kid, are you there? He didn't show up when the intruder alert was reset. That doesn't make any sense. Kid, wake up! There's something I'm not seeing. Something that's staring me right in the face. Let's get up there. Okay, kid, how are we playing this? That body can shoot energy bolts out of its eye. However, it takes up a lot of power, and I'm guessing they haven't had enough time to find a substitute power system. It used the bolt a lot the last time we met, so really our biggest threat is the Shade.
The Shades are powerful en masse, but individually, they are not very strong. The single one should not be too difficult to deal with.
Alright, on the count of 3, we storm in. 1, 2... Nimue, what the hell was that?
Information. Propulsion system activated. The ship is now moving.
I thought you said you installed the new safeguards!
I did! And triple encrypted it. There is no way that Mechakara should have been able to gain control.
But how did he do it? It doesn't matter how he did it. Nimue, what's our new heading?
Our projected course appears to be the most direct route out of the solar system.
Out of the solar system?
Correct.
Kid, if I was the toaster, especially after what happened last time, the first thing I'd do is bring this thing down to a big city and start smashing stuff.
And it wouldn't even need the weapon systems. With the shields raised, this ship could just steamroll through anything in its path and not scratch the paint job.
Linkara, get down to engineering and regain control of the ship. We'll take care of Mechakara.
I'm on it!
Oh, and if there's a radiation leak, don't be a hero!
Very little risk of that, I can assure you!
Kid, there's something about this whole kid and caboodle that stinks, but I can't put my finger on what. Then let's start at the source. 1, 2, 3!
Voice module online.
Alright, Mechakara. Surrender now and you won't get hurt.
That is not my name.
Vice. Kid, the robot, it sounds like it is.
I am.
I bet the toaster's just trying to mess with our heads.
You only assumed that I was the android. It is not my fault that you held this misconception. I am as I always have been, Lord and Conqueror of all I see. I am Vice.
I've got to say, Lord Visine, you're looking a lot shorter than I remember.
Only thanks to the exile you imposed upon me. Tell me, champion, are you truly so naive that you think I would not have a contingency plan for such an occasion? I have battled and hunted the entity for what feels like an eternity. As I have extended my gaze, I have encountered resistance, and I've known full well what could happen to me. In the event of such a defeat, I equipped my suit with a trans-dimensional distress beacon so that my shades could come and rescue me. However, in this case, I sent the distress call and waited for 3 years. While it was possible that rescue was coming, with the time differential between universes, it was all too possible that the shades would not arrive for hundreds of years past my suit's power reserves. And even that assumed they were coming at all. Your misguided attempts at chivalry to save the universes under my control could have completely disabled all my forces. I considered my options and decided it was time to make the final sacrifice for my crusade. I have always known the nature of the entity, a creature of pure, living data. Even with my power and my weapons, it was possible that it could not be killed by conventional means. As a last resort, I knew there was one way to ensure victory. Become the very thing I hated. I am now living data, my physical form restricted to whatever object I possess.
How the hell did you get back here?
The android's hand. When you contacted me before our last confrontation, mocked and boasted to me, you closed the main communications channel, but left the signal online. The signal was always meant to be picked up by my ship behind its temporal shields. You may as well have sent a signal flare into the sky inviting my return. I transferred back through the hand and into the nearest receptacle that could retain my new data form.
And that's why the readings resembled the entity.
I am simpler, more streamlined than the entity. However, that restricts my ability to possess, limiting myself to inhabiting a mechanical body like this one. And I unfortunately cannot transfer out. I will learn to overcome that limitation with time and study, but before then, I must take back my ship and resume my efforts to destroy the entity.
I hate to be the bearer of good news, Vice, but your quest is over. The entity is dead.
Nonsense. You couldn't even destroy me. You hardly stand a chance against that abomination.
It's true, Vice. I defeated it by—
Enough! I have had my fill of your treachery and insolence. Return this ship at once.
If you think you're getting this ship back, I got some bullets right here that'd be happy to cut a deal with you.
I control the propulsion system of this vessel, and with time, I can regain control of the rest.
Fine then. I'll destroy this ship before I ever let you have it again.
You wouldn't dare.
I will destroy it.
You can no more destroy this ship than you could destroy the entity.
Nimue, this is Linkara.
Recognized.
Engage auto-destruct sequence. Destruct sequence 1. Code 1. 1A. Harvey? Computer, this is Harvey Finevoice.
Recognized.
Destruct sequence 2. Code 1. 1A. 2B. Nimue?
Online. This is Nimue, onboard computer and artificial intelligence of Comicron 1. Destruct sequence 3. Code 1. 1B, 2B, 3.
You give the computer self-destruct control?
This unit is unable to key in the final sequence without the other codes, and there are safeguards to prevent engaging it without authorization.
And you realize that you will die as well? How does that make you feel, computer?
You are a threat to this vessel and to the freedom of all sapient beings. You will not deter this unit.
And Nimue can transfer her consciousness to the scout ship and eject that if she needs to.
Destruct sequence completed and engaged. Awaiting final code for destruct countdown.
Code 0, 0, 0. Destruct 0.
Destruct sequence is activated. This ship will self-destruct in...
Computer, override priority V0.
That code is not recognized.
You can use whatever dirty little programs you hid away to drag this ship halfway across the universe, but I command the computer. So I suggest you give up now, otherwise we'll... Nimue, what the hell was that?
Information. The intruder has tapped into the ship's power systems and channeled increased energy into the power conduits of wherever he is moving. The overflow of energy is leaking out and pulled to his circuitry, increasing his power tenfold.
Is he heading for the scout ship?
Negative. He appears to be heading for the bridge.
He's probably hoping to override the self-destruct. Nimue, is he capable?
Unknown at this time. The intruder was able to circumvent many security measures on this ship thanks to his knowledge of its internal workings.
Then we'll take the easy way out of this. Nimue, how long did you set the self-destruct for?
40 minutes will allow more than enough time for escape.
Kid, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, we're not gonna give him the chance to override. Nimue, lower the shields and heat up the Vigilant. With the shields down, full weapons on the engine room will blow this ship straight to hell.
Beginning scout ship startup sequence.
Linkara to Linksano, we're abandoning ship. Get the Cybermats and meet us in the hangar bay. Linksano?
Information. The intruder is drawing power away from several sectors, including internal communications, teleportation, and door controls.
Door control? Door controls! Oh.
Warning. There is not sufficient power within that weapon to cut through this door.
Nimue, can you get the door open?
Negative. A security sentry has been summoned to attempt to force it open, but with internal communications offline, there is no guarantee it shall arrive.
So what do we do now? The only thing I can do. Review a comic book. Hopefully, though, I can get out of here before my ship blows up.
Information. Internal communication is restored. The intruder is contacting you.
Put him on.
Disengage the auto-destruct sequence and relinquish this ship to me.
What, having some trouble there, Lordy Lou?
Quite the contrary. I believe I will have the auto-destruct disabled very soon, despite your extensive security measures. However, I am offering you a chance to leave now or suffer my wrath.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Do not think you can spar with me, champion. Others before you have tried and failed.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, conqueror of universes, your reputation is a little exaggerated. Poyo was working on trying to free some of those other parallel universes. Turns out you would only conquer 1 or 2 worlds before you moved on.
The entity fled quickly whenever I closed in on it. The conquests ensured that I could more efficiently identify who or what it was possessing. A host body could more easily elude my sensors than its raw form. The reputation was just there to encourage compliance among future conquests. But it was not at all undeserved. I did not simply challenge champions. The entity was not the only multiversal threat I have encountered. It is simply the only one that survived battle with me.
And yet, I kicked your ass. Funny that.
I had grown complacent and was willing to believe Linksano since he showed no signs of infection by the entity. I thought him merely a genius with mad aspirations. I underestimated how devious he truly was. I will not make the same mistake again. Though I suppose I should thank him. He has shown me how I truly can only rely upon myself in this war with the entity.
I love how you're not even wearing that big-ass helmet anymore, and yet you're still as thick-headed. The entity is dead, Vice!
I pursued the entity through universes of pure majesty. I chased it across cosmos and dimension, bore witness to entire worlds devoured in mere hours, and I found ways to pierce the skin of a being made of pure data. You are an ant who demanded the wind obey its commands. You could no sooner kill the entity than you could me.
There are visual records of it, you know.
At best, a ruse from the entity to buy itself time. At worst, a fabrication by you to deceive me. Either way is irrelevant. Surrender my ship so that I can continue my hunt.
Let you go on conquering worlds in the name of protection? That'll be the day. Linkara out!
Information. With internal communications restored, a security sentry was contacted and sent here to open the doors.
Ha! Imway, you've earned your paycheck for this week. How much longer before the auto-destruct?
5 minutes.
More than enough time. Harvey, get down to engineering and help Linsano with whatever he needs to salvage, then get to the Vigilant. What about you? Where are you going? To the bridge. I'm gonna try to stop Vice from overriding the self-destruct. We cannot let him get possession of the ship again. If I don't make it back in time, use the emergency teleport on board the Vigilant to get me out of there. I'm on it, kid. Good luck. Yo, Dr. Big Eyes! We gotta blow before the ship does!
I know, it's just...
Just what?
There was another teleportation signal right before ours. I've been trying to isolate it.
It doesn't matter right now, let's move!
Did you really believe that I would fall for the same maneuver twice? You are pathetic, champion. Even now, your efforts are futile.
Warning. Self-destruct has been disabled.
You presume to exile me? Me? I am Lord Vice, you impudent child! This is my ship! My reign shall continue as before! You are but a footnote in my glory! And when they build statues of me for my fight against the entity, you will be the witless fool who tried in vain
Excuse me.
What?
Surprise.
Poyo! You transferred into the Tom Servo I had in the living room!
Yes, but the design is entirely different from my old one. It took me forever to figure out how to speak or move anything except my head, hoping you would notice it.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't. It's great to have you back, buddy. We'll get you into a new body soon enough.
Oh, and it looks like Vice has fled.
What?
He's probably going to engineering.
I'm on it!
Wait, I'll go with you.
No! Boyer, stay here and secure the bridge. Vice is not escaping this time!
Warning. Hull breach. Activating emergency bulkheads.
Lay that order, Nimue! I have had enough of you! Nimue, you can close the bulkheads now! So why didn't we blow him out of the sky while he was right there? Normally I'd be happy to, but whatever he did to override the self-destruct screwed up the external sensors. We couldn't get a fix on him, and we're still repairing them.
The good news is that the ship's deflector system keeps him from coming anywhere near us, and he was pushed away from the ship.
Can't he just fly back to Earth?
I sincerely doubt that. From what we can tell, that body was heavily damaged and the hover skirt malfunctioning. And even if he did manage to repair it, we were on the edge of the solar system. It would take him decades on the limited propulsion of that body to get back here, and that body didn't even have enough internal power to get halfway here, much less resist the gravitational pull of planets.
We should still try to find him and finish the job, but in the meantime, we have other issues to address. When this all started, I promised you a new body, and damn it, you're gonna get one.
I am thinking this one should have better radiation shielding.
Consider it done.
And be bigger.
We'll talk about it.
And arms that actually work.
Have you ever tried to build arms? It's not easy.
I'm sorry, all I did was save your life. Again.
And just what can I do to appease you in the meantime?
And that is why Red Hood and the Outlaw sucks.
Poyo, my cutoff date is 1 year after release. Could you really not wait until September for me to review this?
Stop interrupting my review, robot.
Just because you're wearing my outfit does not make me the robot.
You're absolutely right. Hey, what is this? I seem to have accessed your bank account remotely. What lovely money you have.
Beep beep, I am a robot.
And yet, your arms work.
I'm so glad he's back.
I will return.